What's up, y'all? We're back out here in the garage to start off another fun video. For this one right here, we're going to unleash the potential of this Losi Nascar. Now, if y'all aren't familiar, this is their, I believe they call this a 12th scale. This is based on the Grom platform, the Arma Grom platform, but this is a road car, four-wheel drive road car. Now, this one's got the Martin Truex Jr. body on it, so NASCAR body on it. Four-wheel drive again, and it's got the basic 2S power system, like a Grom style power system. A little bit different receiver and all, but it is a 2-in-1 ESC and receiver. So what we're going to do today is transform it into the 223S BLX brushless version, just like I did a month or so ago to my Granite Grom. This is it right here. I turned it into the 3S BLX system. We're going to put this same power plant and basically some of the same upgrades on this NASCAR. Now, straight out of the box, there's nothing wrong with this little NASCAR at all. A lot of people leave them stock. I believe there's some racing leagues set up to have these running stock power and everything. But to be honest, if you're looking for some real speed, I mean, they're not real fast. I think I topped this one out at 19 mile an hour when I tested it on the 2S brushless stock system here. So we're going to really pump up the power. Running on 3S brushless, we should be able to get it up to probably close to 50 mile an hour. So I went ahead and grabbed another one of these Spectrum 4500 kV setups here, the brushless motor with the mount and pinion and all already on it, and the 2-in-1 ESC receiver that gives you that DSC with the gyro in it. This comes from a reseller off of eBay, and it comes with the controller and everything he sends you for a pretty decent price, probably cheaper than you can piece it out. Now I think in stock you can find these separately too, so either way, this is the power system we're putting in it. Now this one is set up a little bit different as far as the layout. It still has the two mounting holes down there for the servo position, which the servo mount on this is built into the Grom style. You can see here the servo, you can't even really see it. It's up under that mount right there that I just showed you. This one's a little bit different, but I think I've got enough lead and those should still line right up to where my pinion can get back here, but we'll see about that. I may have to use some sticky tape if not, but I hope that'll line right up. And then of course I couldn't just stop right there. I've got to do the whole full upgrade on it, and it probably needs it in some places because we're adding this much power. So I'm going with the all metal diffs. It's got the metal outdrive cups, the big metal sun gears, so complete metal diffs front and rear. I'm also going to do the same swap just like my Granite with the CVDs in the front and the steel outdrives here in the back and change it all to steel hexes or aluminum hexes. Now what I did, this has been about a couple months, 3 months ago maybe, when I first was going to do this right here. I was trying to gather up the parts. This kit right here is for the Mojave Grom. It's the same length CVDs and outdrives and everything, but obviously you've got the larger hex for that wheel size, or the wheel size on the back there. Now they just released the Losi NASCAR specific version. It's got the same CVDs and outdrives, but you got the hex made for this NASCAR. It's a much smaller wheel hex. So I got these. I'll probably leave the dog bones in here for now. I'll put this in, of course, but leave the dog bones. But if I have trouble with those dog bones, that way I've got a set of CVDs here. I can just put these in the rear. I'll take a second and show you the part numbers here. That's the Losi specific Grom NASCAR part number. That's the Mojave Grom CVD and hex set. And then there's that full metal diff set, the two of them in a pack. And then rounding out the drivetrain here, I've got an aluminum center drive shaft. I think the one in here is plastic, so lightweight aluminum. This wasn't needed at all, I'm sure, but I figured what the heck. There's the part number on that one right there. And then of course I had to go with some suspension and steering type upgrades. So as far as the suspension, I got the adjustable arms here, the steering arms and linkage set. So adjustable there. These are fixed, as you can see. Probably won't be doing much adjusting, but I mean, they're fancy looking and they're available, so I got them. And then there's your part number for that if you're interested. And then when I was on there looking, I saw they had these nice Losi NASCAR Grom shocks now released, so I had to get these things. These are some really nice looking shocks. I'm hoping they're already oil filled, but I bet they're not. I'll probably have to undo them and fill them and all. Here's the part number for those if y'all are interested. And then these two upgrades are probably totally unnecessary, but they sure do look very sweet. They're gunmetal anodized aluminum spindles for the front here. There's the part number on that. Very sharp looking. And then they had the hub, the rear hubs too, same gunmetal anodized. This is going to look very cool, and they're still super lightweight. And then also this I was actually going to get anyway, probably in another brand, but then I saw Losi had theirs to match. So it's the gunmetal all anodized, the steering setup in the front, the bell crank and everything, and the long linkage. Now, I noticed it didn't come with the small linkage, which is fine because I've also got this right here, a Hot Racing aluminum servo saver with the little small linkage there, because this servo saver right here, I actually bought that for the Granite Grom conversion and I never used it because I didn't need it, but this one on this NASCAR is way sloppier, the stock servo saver is. And then I also got a couple of packs of these assorted weight springs that they make for it. I probably won't mess with that, but we'll see how it handles out there. If you want part number on that, there's the part number. And then, of course, I had to give it a new pair of shoes here. I figured that we're going to wear these out pretty quick. And now they've got this soft compound. These that come on it are medium compound. These are the same exact Losi Nascar Goodyear Eagles, but they're soft compound. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these on because we're probably gonna need the extra traction. And I also painted up a new body for this thing too, but I'll show you all that after we get all these parts on. Let's take a look and see what we gotta do to get this stuff started. I think what I'll do is try to tackle this in sections. It looks like if I undo some of this stuff in the front, just maybe a couple of screws right here, and then this stuff on the bottom, then this front should pull off, and the same on the rear, a couple of screws up here, and then these on the bottom. Let me undo those and see what I get to. All right, quick little update. Obviously, I pulled the wheels and tires off. I went ahead and pulled all 4 shocks off since those are going to be changed anyway. Gives me a little more room. I pulled the front or the rear diffuser here and then the front splitter off. That's why it looks like there's a big chunk off. It was just a couple screws on top and then 4 on each on the bottom there. So got all that out of the way, and then I pulled this top drive shaft cover. I'm not going to cover all this. I'm going to go pretty fast through this because, I mean, this is just basic, really basic stuff here. That was just taking some screws out there. As far as this goes, we're going to change that drive shaft, so we should be able to pull this motor right out. You can, oh yeah, the motor mount slides right out, so I'll undo that and we'll get that out of the way. And then the drive shaft should just pull right on out then. It's going to be, oh yeah, a little tight, but it just pulled right on out. I'm not sure, honestly not sure how this drive shaft is connected inside these ends. I'll have to pull them both out and see what we got. All right, this is actually a very simple process. You can see you got the bearing on the end there, and this bearing slides over that shaft, and you just got that pin. You can see that pin. It'll basically fall out in your hand. And you can see it falls right out. So, and then the drive shaft should, yeah, slide right out of the end there. So there you go. And the same thing on the other end. Same exact thing. It's got a pin holding it on. And here's a look at your TLR aluminum upgrade install. Both ends on. Now this is steel. This isn't plastic. This is a steel drive shaft in the middle. So again, totally unnecessary here, but I mean, it's dropping some weight or rotating mass. I guess you would consider this rotating mass. So obviously never a bad thing to shed a little bit of weight. Now the only downside to upgrading all this stuff like I'm doing is I basically have to disassemble this whole thing, really entirely the whole front end. I've got to take the arm out because I'm changing the arm, the steering links, all this whole bell crank assembly. I mean, this is very basic. It's pretty much like the Grom. I mean, it's really, really simple, just taking out some screws. I'll give you all some couple little updates along the way as I put the new parts in. All right, quick progress update here. We've got the rear pretty much buttoned up here. I've got the new diff in. The old one, of course, had the plastic outer cups there, and it's got the plastic big face gears on the inside. So we got the nice rear hub on with the nice aluminum hex there. We got the steel drive cups, of course, the drive cups on the diff, and I put this one on the end. This right here is just a really major upgrade. This whole axle CVD set, because, you know, if y'all aren't familiar, obviously that's different, but it's don't even have real hexes. It's got this real goofy system where the pin goes in and there is a plastic hex on here. So that's a huge upgrade, that axle set. And then, of course, the adjustable upper arms there, we went from that to that little skeletonized adjustable upper arm. So should be a little more weight savings. Probably not though, because we're adding the steel back in the middle. Probably no weight savings, but you do have some adjustment there if you're looking for that. Now this whole process was very, very simple, which is why I skipped it. Those 4 screws right there pulled off. You had a pin holding the arm, and then the diff slid right out. So the front's going to be the same way, all except for the addition of this steering link here and this whole bell crank system. So I'll get this taken apart and get this stuff upgraded and then give y'all a closer look at that steering system. All right, update time. I've got this front end basically buttoned up now. I've got the new diff in here. I've got the spindles on there. I've got the adjustable upper arms and the steering links already on, and I've got that bell crank system on there. You can see upgraded aluminum bell crank. That made a huge difference. I mean, that thing is silky smooth right there. Oh, and of course I've got the CVDs in front, so completely set up. Now I put this and I put the center drive shaft back in, so that's in. I've got this on temporarily. I'm gonna have to take it off obviously to put the motor, but it's holding those pins in. I didn't want this bell crank flopping around. I mean, that thing replaced, that bell crank replaced all this plastic stuff, and then of course your steering links, your spindles there, and your front upper arm. So next thing up is getting this motor put in. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this servo mount out and see what we're looking like. Again, hopefully this thing will mount right up so I won't have any trouble. All right, just a quick update here. So this fits exactly on. I had no doubt that this would fit. I've got the servo on here. I've got this new Hot Racing servo saver on here. This thing's super nice. I mean, there's no slippage on this. The stock one was just flopping back and forth. I couldn't even turn the servo. Now, this was the ESC. Obviously, it was just double-sided taped right here, so it pulled right up. And then this is the old servo mount. So I'm hoping the only problem here is this goes right on. It's got the little bosses down there on the bottom of the chassis, and you can see here, it's got them right there. So this fits right on. The only thing is going to be, is there enough wire? And if there is, it's going to be exactly enough. So let me pull this off and test that and see what I got. All right, y'all, update time. I had to change plans there. I mounted it up here, and well, I mounted the motor first. I got the motor in here, and then these wires, when I mounted it up here, I unplugged it, mounted it up here. I could get this one plugged in, but I mean, it was just really pulling right here on the relief, on the little rubber relief on this motor. And these other ones, I mean, I couldn't even really get those plugged in without just incredibly straining the wire. So I went ahead and used the stock servo mount, just put that back in there. And then I went ahead and just drilled me a couple little holes and countersunk them a little bit there to mount this mount that was already on here on this 2-in-1 ESC receiver. I mean, it's solid as a rock. It's mounted on solid. It ain't going anywhere. So I figured that was cleaner than double-sided tape. And then I didn't have to cut the legs that way if I ever need to put this somewhere else. So everything's actually all buttoned up. I went ahead and buttoned up my servo saver there with the little small steering linkage, put all the screws back in. Only thing left now is to get the shocks sorted out and to put these tires on. So let me check these shocks out and see if they've got to have fluid put in them. All right, y'all, luckily for me, the shocks were actually already filled with oil. So I put them on there, put the tires on, and got everything buttoned up. And this thing is looking mean, y'all. Check it out. Got the 3S brushless system in there. I got my battery stuck in there. These super nice looking shocks on all four corners. Got the really nice looking aluminum upgrades, the bell crank, the whole and complete steering upgrade. This thing is ready to roll. Got my soft tires on it. I'm really looking forward to seeing what this thing can do. So let's give it a little bench test here. I'm just going to use this stock controller that came with it for the testing and for this video, and then I'll bind it to my DX6 Rugged. But get her turned on here. Steering not too bad, seems pretty quick. And it took almost all the play. I mean, all those upgrades took almost all of the steering play out of it, all that slop. So let's see what kind of power we got. Oh yeah, watch them tires, y'all. I mean, that's slicks. That's NASCAR slicks ballooning out like that. That's insane right there. Oh man, I was about put a groove on it, got too close to my stand. Yeah, that right there is gonna get down. Let me back it up some so we're, check that out, y'all. Oh, it's 4-wheel drive, I keep forgetting. So let me get off this stand before I mess my tires up. I just put some little mark on them, no real grooves. But yeah, look at that. Actually, I think we're sitting good right there, right? Oh yeah, we're sitting good there. I mean, look at that, y'all. That's insane. That thing is going to absolutely fly right there, buddy. And here it is with the fancy new lid on. I went with the Chevy Camaro, as you can see here, and painted it Spastix dark orange metallic. I think this thing looks incredibly cool. Check that thing out. I did put some of the stickers on it. Now, I didn't put all the sponsor stickers. I was kind of trying to go for, I guess you could call it like a street NASCAR kind of look to it. And I think I definitely nailed it right there. That thing looks super, super nice. So now that we're done with all this wrenching, let's go take this thing out and see how fast it goes and see if all this work was actually worth it. All right, let's see what kind of speeds we get on this thing, y'all. Now remember, on the stock setup, we were at 19, I believe it was, 19 mile an hour. And this is, as far as the suspension, everything set up stock. Let me see about my stability control here. All right, so it is on some level. Let's turn that off to start with. So that's completely off right now, no stability control. I'm gonna see what it acts like with it off. So we got our GPS on. Let's get it started up and we'll see what kind of speeds. We got a bunch of drive-throughers back here on a Saturday behind the mall where nothing's even open in this mall anymore. Well, you know, we got to speed through here because we can't wait at one stoplight. All right, let's see what this thing can do. I may have to turn stability control on if it gets too out of shape out here. Ooh, she's pulling to the right for sure. Let me straighten up that steering. And we got more drive-bys back here. Got me about to crash because I'm looking. Ooh, now it's pulling to the left and went too far. All right, I think that's pretty straight right there. Woo, this thing ain't as smooth as it seems when you get a road car out here. Oh my goodness. And when as soon as I got on full throttle, I mean, it just wiped out right there. Let me get my steering set up for one. All right, I think I got it straightened up pretty nicely. I don't know about this thing, y'all. It's a little dusty out here for sure, but let's see if I can roll on to it. Oh no, see, I can't. I just can't get any traction out here. What am I gonna do about that, y'all? I mean, as soon as I do, you see what happens. As soon as I nail the throttle, it goes sideways. Let's see what it's done so far speed-wise. Let's see, stop, read. All right, 37. I know it can do faster than that for sure. I think this surface is just not good at all. I mean, I know it can for sure do faster. Let's try it again. Let's see what I can get on it now. I don't know, y'all. I don't think this surface is gonna hold up good enough to get no speed test out here. We'll see. And now I'm over where it's crooked as anything. See, I mean, y'all saw that sucker came off the ground. I mean, it's just, this ain't as flat as I thought it was, apparently. Let me get behind it so I can maybe, actually, you know what? Let me turn my steering rate down too. That might help some. I'm trying to get a good speed run out of at least one. Well, that was nice. Ooh, that was nice. And there went that brand new body. It's still rolling though. That's what really matters. The car is still rolling. Let's come back this way now that we've already got it off. And there it went again. So it's still surviving though. I mean, we ain't too bad out here. We're surviving them crashes though. That's what matters. Let's see what the speed is. 45. I knew that was faster. This thing's got every bit of 50 mile an hour in it. Let me see if I can manage to make it do something again. All right, see, now that seems straight as an arrow right there. Let's see what we can do here with it. And we'll come back this way with the speed on it. Let me turn my steering rate down even more. I mean, I'm gonna turn it all the way down. Why not, right? We ain't steering, we going fast in a straight line. That wasn't good. See, once I get off in that dip, let's try that again. Let's try it one more time, y'all, going this way. Woo, without that, see, I just got in all that dirt right there. All kind of dirt on my tires now. I mean, watch this, y'all. If I punch it right here, I mean, it just burns all four tires. I'm definitely at the over the limit for this surface out here. Let's turn this down. Let's see if I can manage to get a speed run out of this thing. See, now it was pulling bad to the doggone right. Let me turn it back around. That steering trim down. All right, let's get her turned back out here. All right, that was running for sure. I still wasn't able to get it wide open before it went crazy. See, it's got a crazy crosswind out here too. Let's see what it read that time. I'm just this surface and 46. We got one extra that time. Let's try it again, y'all. I just really want to see it get wide open out here. All right, I got GPS on. Let's see what I can manage out here. Woo, I can manage to flip this thing, that's for daggone sure. Let's see what we got out of that. I don't think that was even quite as fast right there. 47, I was wrong. We were rolling down there. This thing can easily do 50, y'all, but I'm just afraid if I keep trying out here, I'm gonna end up smashing it all to pieces. All right, y'all, I was actually about to set up a few cones just to do a little parking lot bash out here to end it off with, but I just remembered I didn't even try the stability control. That might help me big time, so let's do a run or two on stability control and see what that does for it. I've got it on max stability control right now, so we'll see how much that helps, if it does. Oh, that definitely helps. That definitely helps. Let's get over here without those humps. Oh, that 100% helps. What was I doing, y'all? What was I doing? I wonder if my battery still got full power in it. Let's see what that did. All right, stop. Read. 50 mile an hour. There it is, y'all. Let's do another run, see if we can get even a mile or two more. All right, I got my steering rate back down. Let's see what she'll do here. Oh, you still can't do that, goofball. Let me bring it back. Oh, my steering rate's down. I didn't want to, well, I didn't have any steering rate, plus I didn't want it to wipe out. Let's turn it all the way back down. Let's bring her back wide open down here. All right, that's every bit of it right there. That's it. Oh, I got no steering rate. These tires are slick too, trying to stop. I mean, you just slide in and look at all that gravel I'm kicking up. Let's see what kind of speed we got. All right, stop, read. 50 mile an hour. So this is a 50 mile an hour little rocket now, y'all. All right, I set us up a little cone track here, y'all. I've got the stability control on again, it's full on. Yeah, I should have set this track a little bigger, I think. I'm not able to get on full speed. We're gonna have to just skip this end down here. Oh yeah, we'll move the end out a little. All right, let's try that. I think we got enough room there. I could have stayed a partial throttle, but where's the fun in that? Woo! I still can't get wide open. Tell you what though, we're just gonna get that cone out of the way. Heck with the cones, y'all. This thing, I tell you what, like, not the wrecking is a good thing, but this thing actually flips back over pretty nicely. I tell you what, the power on this, we're just gonna do some bashing out here. Let me get my cone, make sure it don't spin around. Oh, look at that thing. That's nasty right there, y'all. I mean, that thing just gets down. That's power, buddy. That thing's got massive power. This is still what's left over on that first 3S pack. I figure there's probably plenty of juice still left on this. I mean, look at this thing, y'all. It just wheelies on command, whichever way you want to go, especially with this dynamic stability control. I mean, this thing's like a drift car. I could probably do some nice little drifting once I get the hang of the actual control of it. I mean, yeah, ain't no doubt. Look at that. Just got to get the throttle control figured out. And this would be a drifting little machine right here. I'm probably eating my tires up for sure, but that's all right, we can get some new tires. These are the softs, so, I mean, they got some nice grip to them for sure, no doubt about that. I mean, this thing is super fast, y'all. I mean, just mega super fast. And so nice and controllable with that stability control. It is super nice. Let me get where I'm turning left. Feels wrong to be doing all that right hand turning in a NASCAR. Yeah, see, if you just throttle feather the throttle, no problem. Boom, slide that baby right around the turns. Oh yeah, that was nice right there. See, once you get the hang of it and get the feel for the steering and everything on this, you could really get down with it. I mean, just look at the wheelies and spin outs on command, y'all. Or not wheelies, but burnouts. I mean, that's crazy right there. Massive, massive power. There's tons of power on this thing. This ain't the best surface, but that's tons of power. Let's do us a few more little laps out here. I mean, this thing is super nice, y'all. I mean, the speed this thing got, I can't even give it full throttle. I mean, if I pin it full, watch when I pin it full coming at us. Woo, that's crazy speed. Taking out all my cones out here. They're gonna be blown all over the parking lot. I'm gonna have to spend half an hour out here picking up cones, y'all. This thing's a little monster. I mean, you can get it out of control on purpose if you want, or you can just keep it in control. That's nice though. It's like right there, just feather the throttle a little, come at you. Woo, I about took my camera out on that one. I'll tell you another thing too, I must have done all right job putting the upgrades together because nothing's broken out here at all, and I've flipped this thing pretty ruthlessly a handful of times out here. Y'all saw it. I mean, I've really put a working on it. Only thing that's damaged out here is the body. Really, I got some scrapes on the front splitter and the rear diffuser, but I mean, that stands to reason. What do you expect? I think we're losing a little bit of voltage now. I can tell it's not quite as punchy as it was. Still enough to punch the camera. Woo! That was dangerous right there, y'all. Yeah, we're definitely losing some voltage out here. That's good though, run the pack out. I mean, this thing's nasty, y'all. Just a nasty little ride right here. I just love this thing now. It went from 19 mile an hour sluggish, I mean, nice little scale NASCAR, to a NASCAR unleashed 50 mile an hour beast out here. All right, y'all, I'm gonna call it right there for a fun time with this Losi Nascar Unleashed. Needless to say, these upgrades made a huge difference in this thing. I mean, massive difference. From 19 mile an hour top speed to 50 mile an hour. I mean, it will burn all 4 tires right off of this thing now. Also seems to be incredibly durable now. I didn't break anything on that first outing, but it was pretty slow, and I didn't flip it or anything like I did out here today. Y'all saw it out there. I mean, I put it to the test. I tumbled this thing multiple barrel rolls and flips and tumbles out there, and not a thing broke. The only damage on the body here, I mean, obviously you got some scuffs up there on the front. You got I got one little dent back there on the back fender somehow, but some scuffs here and there, but nothing really major at all. As far as the car itself, you got some scuffs up here on the front splitter and then on your diffuser back there, and a little bit on the front and rear skid plate, but that's it. As far as the internals, absolutely nothing broken on this thing. There's your look at the inside of it. I mean, everything still looks just like brand new. I don't think these shocks are even leaking, believe it or not. Yeah, the shocks are bone dry, and that stuff just looks really, really sharp. I mean, you can look at that thing and tell it means business. Now, I did scuff some of the paint on the tires, but overall, I mean, this thing's in incredibly good condition and no damage at all. So this right here might actually convince me to get some more on-road stuff. I'll just go out to that parking lot, have some fun with it. I've been wanting to pick up a couple of things, and this right here might put me over the edge. But this video's already gone way longer than I intended it to. Reach down if y'all would and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. I've got tons of really cool stuff on the way, so stay on the lookout for that, and I'll see you soon.